Hi there, welcome back to the Meat Thinker channel. I have been using Weber kettle my entire adult life, and there were a few things I had to learn by making mistakes before I could start cooking a decent meal with my kettle. I will give you a quick list of it, so let's get to it. A Weber kettle is a small grill that you saw in people's backyard growing up. Since we are so familiar with it, it must be easy to use, right? Well, it depends, as long as you avoid making these mistakes. Mistake number 1, not using a chimney. It does take a while to light a pile of charcoal using huge chunks of paper, blowtorch, or worst yet, lighter fluid. If you invest in a chimney anywhere from $10 to $35, it will make your charcoal cooking so much easier. It also pays off using lighting cubes from Weber too. Buy a box for $6 and it will last you 4 weeks. If not, a piece of crinkled up newspaper will also work just fine. Make sure to stay away from using lighter fluid if you are after flavors. Mistake number 2, not cleaning the grate. Unless you're one of those weird people with OCD who cleans the grill after each cook, chances are you probably have a dirty grate with food residue from the last cook. It's always a good idea to dump the charcoal into the grill, put the grate on, close the lid, and let the heat burn off the food. Once all the food residue gets crispy, then use your brush to get the rest off. Clean the grate makes your food taste like the food you're cooking. Mistake number 3, not opening bottom and top vents all the way when starting up the grill. In order to make this searing mark on your meat, you need the charcoal to be burning as hot as possible. In order to do that, you need as much airflow as possible into the grill and out the grill. You're going to have a hard time getting the grill hot if you keep the vents closed. It's so much easier to bring the temperature down than making it burn hotter. Mistake number 4, spreading not fully lit charcoal over the entire charcoal grate. This one is kinda 2 in 1. First, after lighting the charcoal in the chimney, you must wait to have all the charcoal covered in a white ash before dumping it onto the grate. Once you dump the charcoal onto the grate, make sure to pile them on one side so you have 2 zones of cooking, direct and indirect. If you're trying to make that sear marks on that steak, bring them over the charcoal for that direct heat. If the fat from the steak is falling on top of the charcoal and starts the flare-ups, take them off the direct heat and move on to the side for the indirect heat. This will give you the ultimate control on your cooking. Mistake number 5, lifting the lid too many times. Since the lid does not have a clear window like your oven, you tend to lift the lid to check your food too often. Every time you lift that lid, you lose all the heat and delay your cooking. You also run the risk of charcoal burning out before you can finish your cook. If patience is not your thing, it will be a good idea to invest in a quality food thermometer. You can spend as much or as little as possible. I use a decent wired one that takes the guesswork out of my kettle cooking. There you have it, 5 mistakes when using a charcoal grill. What other mistakes have you made using your Weber kettle? How did it ruin your food? Please share them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my Instagram handle at MeatThinker. Thank you for watching and keep meat thinking.